So there's so many plants out there that a few years ago we had the monsteras that were so popular and everybody seemed to be paying an arm and a leg for them. The monsteras, alba variegated, or the Thai constellations. Any monstera with any slight variegation, people will go crazy for it. A little bit after that, we had the aeroids, which became so popular and are still popular. People will buy a bazillion dollars for a nice anthurium clarinarium. And then so there's so many plants that have been so popular and so pricey, so I decided to make a video to share my predictions on plants that I think will be trendy this year and maybe even 2022. So without further ado, stick around so you guys can see what plants I think will be trendy this year, or maybe plants that don't even exist that I'm gonna predict will exist. So just stick around and let's grab a cup of tea or whatever, chips, whatever, and let's enjoy the video. Okay guys, so we all know that the Thai constellation and the aeroids and the Hoyas are the thing that people are buying the most. Hoyas, you know, the Thai constellation, the Alvo monsteras, the Raphidophora, the God knows, Anthurium clarinarium, Anthurium pinatum. There's so many plants. However, a lot of these plants that I'm gonna mention in the list are what I think going to be trendy this year or this time around. So let's begin with the string of whatever you name it. String of. We have the ever-loving string of pearls, the variegated string of pearls, string of hearts, string of turtles, string of dolphins, string of bananas. But have you heard of the string of spades? The string of linearis? The string of swords? So many strings are gonna come out this year. A lot of strings are gonna come out of the closet and live their life to the fullest. So I think that the strings of, and then already a random name, will be trendy this year. Imagine a string of monsteras or a string of Pothos, string of Hoya. Imagine that, and I feel that that's gonna be really popular this year. Or if it doesn't even exist, I know some of them do exist because I've seen them popping out of my Etsy's, but I know that these plants are gonna be really popular this year, and if not, they're going to start getting a little bit of attention. String of spades, string of linearis, string of Hoyas. Those are gonna start getting really popular, really trendy, and don't believe me, but you will see them coming out very soon. Another plants that are becoming really trendy, and I see a lot of different variegations and different, you know, more domesticated types, even though this plant is very easy to care for. It's the mother-in-law tongues, which has been classified as the Dracaenas, but mother-in-law tongues, as everybody knows them, are gonna make a jump this year. I started liking them already, and I feel like other people are gonna start looking at them and start buying them. The same thing that happened with Hoyas. Hoyas have been around for quite a long time, but the last 2-3 years they've been getting more popular. Same thing is gonna happen with the mother-in-law tongues. Mansoniana, Welfing, very popular, or the which one else? The Latencies, or the Lauterbachii. Those are going to become very popular, and they're going to start making them so that people are going to start buying them, and they're going to become really accessible. But they're going to come out with the weird fancy ones that you're going to want to collect into your household, and that's going to be when the plant is going to start getting popular. Think of Harley G or maybe Julian Foliage. They're gonna buy a plant, they're gonna do a haul, and everyone in the plant community is gonna want to have that plant, and it's gonna become trendy. So I feel like these plants are gonna be really trendy this year. I already started my collection, and I have my video here with my collection of my mother-in-law tongues, classified as Dracaenas, which I don't like. But yes, I feel like these plants are gonna be really popular this year, and yeah. And why not make a comeback for the Queen Almighty loving Pothos? I feel like there's gonna be, Pothos have such a big love in the plant community because they're like the OGs. Everybody has one. Their grandma, their neighbors, their cousins, their everyone in anyone's family has a Pothos. So Pothos are gonna make a huge comeback this time around, this year and maybe the next year. You're gonna start seeing pothos that are you never thought imaginable. If a Monstera Alba variegated can cost up to $1,000, why not a variegated pothos? Imagine like a white Alba variegated pothos. How much would you pay for that? Leave me a comment down below. If you go to Etsy, if you go to Logi's, Gardinos, Lowe's, or Home Depot, and you find a massive variegated Albo berry, not just the golden pothos, no, a white, super white variegated pothos with even a little bit of fenestrations in the leaves, almost looking like a monstera, but not really, but like in a pothos, you know, in a format. How much are you willing to pay for that plant? I would actually spend a little bit of money on that plant because I know that that plant is going to become pretty popular. I don't know if it exists, but if it does, and if it is in the making, a lot of people are just, you know, growing plants and getting them pregnant and inviting new plants. I feel like this plant has huge potential to become available and to actually become a real thing. And variegated albo pothos, it's pretty high up on my list on predictions for a trendy plant. Not just the variegated albo pothos, but any sort of pothos. Like imagine like a monstera pothos, or imagine a Hoya pothos, maybe like a Jawarium Hoya turn into a pothos. That'll be amazing, guys. I feel like there's a lot of room for pothos to embark and grow and get back in the first place that they were once. A lot of people don't think of pothos anymore because everybody has them there so common. But if you add a little bit of salt and pepper to a pothos, that pothos can become really popular. I already have a rare pothos, which is the Shangri-La. I made a video on the Shangri-La pothos. It just looks so funky and weird. And if someone can come up with a plant like this, imagine what someone else can invent with my pothos. So yes, pothos are a thing that I feel, a plant that I feel that will come really strong this year, or if not, the up and coming years, because I feel that pothos are very easy to care for and they're just amazing all the way around. Succulents. Imagine indoor succulents. I know that a lot of people have succulents and they have them outdoors because they love the sun. But imagine having succulents that you can grow in your house that don't require a lot of sun. Imagine a corky, thick, robust, chunky succulent cactus that doesn't require a lot of sun in your house, in your room, in your living room, in your bathroom. If you put a regular cactus in your living room or in your bathroom, it's gonna die within a matter of maybe months. But imagine if somebody comes out with a hybrid of a indoor succulent cactus. I don't think that exists. I don't think there's such a succulent or a cactus that actually can withstand the shade or the, you know, not so much brightness of an indoor house environment. So imagine if somebody comes out with a massive collection of succulents that you can just grow in your house. A lot of people love succulents, but they cannot have them because they don't have a good, you know, a good environment for them. So they have to keep them indoors. But imagine if you're able to buy a plant like a succulent or a cactus that doesn't get affected by being indoors. That'll be just amazing, and people are gonna start going crazy bananas for them. I know I would, even though I have a good, you know, environment for having them outdoors. But I see a lot of people, you know, limited to them because they cannot have them outdoors. Maybe they live in an apartment, maybe they live, you know, in a neighborhood where there's a lot of snow and there's a lot of winter. Imagine if you can have them indoors without the need of a grow light. They can just plop them in the corner of your living room in a bookshelf and have it grow. Imagine how great that would be. Like, that'll just be the best of the best for anyone that loves succulents that cannot afford them or cannot, you know, give them the right loving environment. So for now, these are the plants that I feel that have a high potential of becoming a rare plant and become the next it of the year. A lot of these plants do exist and a lot of these plants don't exist. I feel like if I were to pick one of these plants that I mentioned in this video and actually bring to life and actually create it, I will definitely make a albo variegated pothos with a little bit of fenestrations in them. be something that I would actually incorporate into the plant world. I don't think it exists, and if it does, send me a link so that I could buy one. But I've Albo variegated pothos with a little bit of fenestrations, almost looking like a monstera, but not really, in a small pothos, chubby, full way. That'll just be something that I would definitely love to have. So yes. Anyways, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video of my predictions for up and coming plants or new plant predictions for the year, make sure to leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about my list. If you guys have any other recommendations, any other ideas, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And don't forget to drink water, water your plants, and if you can, make a cup of tea, because right now in this cold climate that I'm in, especially in the United States, it's cold all the way around. A cup of coffee and a good book, or even a good TV show on Netflix, it's all that matters. So thank you guys for watching. Something else I actually want to mention before I end the video is, if you use my hashtag Gusty's Plants on a plant that you upload on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, if you use the hashtag Gusty's Plants, I'm actually going to be looking at the hashtag, and I'm gonna be searching for the best one, and I'm going to be featuring specific pictures on my future videos that are plant related, because I make tea videos. But if you use the hashtag Gusty's Plants in a picture, or just if you tag me on one of pictures that you see online, I'm going to go ahead and feature that picture, that post with the hashtag Gusty's Plants, and I'm going to just give you guys a shout out. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching once again. Don't forget to drink water, water your plants, and drink tea for the better. Kapon karigato, gozaimashita.